Basically just a bad day, as everyone has them. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days, but still, if you're going to apply powder foundation the correct way, then it still will make your bad day disappear and you will look very natural and fresh at the end. So I'm going to show you in steps how you can make powder foundation look natural, which is really important if you have combination or oily skin, as this is the best way on how you can control the oil during the day, as normally with foundations it can get greasy and you can't really control it just by applying powder. So this was a requested video by Liz, so thank you so much, Liz, for mentioning it and also asking it, as I'm going to break it down for you as well. Now first I just wanted to point out the products that I'm going to use and the tools that I'm going to use for today's tutorial, and then we can head towards the steps. So first I'm going to start off with a moisturizer. I'm going in with a Nivea Soft Moisturizing Cream. Then you will need to have a BB cream. Later on I'm going into details why, and I'm going to use the Misha one. Then you will need a powder foundation, and this one is by MAC Studio, and I'm having here the shade 25, which looks like this. And to apply the BB cream and the powder foundation, first you will need to have a foundation brush, or you can apply the BB cream with your fingers, it's totally up to you, and a kabuki brush. Now those are the tools that you will need. You will see during the steps how I'm going to use them, so let's get started. Step number 1, moisturizer. As the most important step, start off with a clean face and then apply your moisturizer that suits your skin type and keeps your skin hydrated throughout the whole day. Apply it gently with your fingers over the whole face and neck area and let it soak into the skin. Step number 2, apply a BB or CC cream. First, verify that you're using a BB or CC cream for your skin tone shade before applying it on your face. Using a foundation brush will help you to apply the BB or CC cream over the entire face and neck area, as this will help you to even out any discoloration and provide a light but even base before the powder. Next, use circular motions to evenly blend the BB or CC cream into the skin until you reach the desired coverage. Step number 3, powder foundation. Having a light base on your face before using the powder will not only help you to use less powder, but your skin will also be moisturized as the powder is dry. If you have an oily skin type, powder foundation might change the color when the oil of your skin touches your powder foundation. You will also want to check that you have the right powder foundation shade before applying it. Using a kabuki brush, blend the powder foundation into your skin for a smooth application. Circular motions will help you to get it melted with moisturizer and skin for an even finish. One tip, using a limited amount of powder foundation is the key to get a beautiful foundation finish. Now that your powder foundation is applied, you're ready to get started with your day to enjoy a long-lasting makeup look. Now those are the 3 main steps on how you can apply your powder foundation, like the 2 steps beforehand and then applying the powder foundation on top, which is really important. Even though you have a combination of oily skin type, you always want to make sure that your skin first, like your face, is basically clean before you're going to apply any makeup. Which means during that time your skin is pretty much dry. It hasn't produced any oil yet. If you're going to lay a powder foundation on dry skin without moisturizing it, then it just will make it look cakey. And during the day it will look a bit better because of the oil production, but then still at the first moment it's too dry. Your skin won't accept the powder foundation and it will look like a mask rather than like natural skin. So the reason why I find it important that you're using moisturizer first, and the reason why I use the BB cream like in between, is basically to have already a sheer and even coverage of a tinted product so that it will even out your skin tone and you have to use less powder foundation. Still, the powder foundation will do most of the job. I'm not saying that BB cream only is like the main purpose, but it just will help you to use less powder. But still, because you're using the powder, it will help you during the day that you're not getting too oily, like that the oil production will continue, but you can wear your makeup without worrying it during the day, which is really important. And also please keep in mind, if you have an oily skin type, the powder foundation might change. So because of the oil production, it can kind of like oxidize and it can change the color. So it's important that if you're going to pick a powder foundation, that you're going to test it out first, how it will change during the day. So normally you can also say that if you have a powder foundation that oxidizes, that you should go a shade lighter rather than your actual skin tone, just because it will change once it's in connection with your oil. So keep this in mind. It's not always the case, depends on how the foundation, like the powder foundation, will react to your oil and also to your skin, but it's very common that it can change the color. I also wanted to point out that I haven't used any concealer yet, so I just wanted to keep the focus on my main face area and also how the powder foundation will look beautiful at the end. Of course, I could use a bit of concealer right here and to point out some breakouts, which I could cover up with concealer, but then I would do it beforehand I'm going to apply the powder foundation. So I would do moisturizer, BB cream, concealer, and then the powder foundation. Just that I'm making sure that the liquid products are all beforehand, and then I'm going to work with powder, because now on top you could work in with any powder products as it will work beautifully. Now those are the main steps that I wanted to point out to you. I hope this is helpful for you. Liz, please let me know if this will work out for you as well. If you still have any questions, don't hesitate and let me know in the comments down below, as I just believe that this will also give me a beautiful finish. The Kabuki brush is a bit denser, so it's very similar to a beauty blender, just in a brush form, and it will give you more coverage with a powder foundation. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you know what to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!